What's up, fellow Clashers? It's Apollyon here, and bringing you the end of the battle against Malayan War, clan war against them, a level 9 clan. If you haven't checked out the Town Hall 9 attacks, go ahead and check that out. That video is out there and explains a little bit more about the war. We're just going to go ahead and jump into the Town Hall 8 attacks. And just wanted to also, before I do that, just wanted to say thanks for everybody's inputs, comments, and suggestions on what they want to see from this channel. I'm going to definitely take them all into consideration and see what I can do. A lot of great ideas, and I really appreciate that. And I think we can do this pretty well. I think almost all of them were fantastic, and makes a lot of sense. So let's go ahead and get into this, and we'll see some of those other videos coming in the near future. So we're going to go ahead and check out number 17, and we're going to watch a GoHo from Benjamin against Let's Roar, and he's going to go ahead and trip a giant bomb and also get the clan castle and use a double poison to go ahead and take care of this dragon and loon. There we go. Almost didn't even need that last that poison. That just about took that dragon out, that level 4, and he would have only had to hit it with one wizard or something like that. So don't know what that hog was for. Maybe it was to see if he could trip another giant bomb that was there. I don't know if this was a follow-up attack, but does an Asian wall, and these guys all these hogs are going to just basically collapse on the core here. So he has 3 heals. He's going to heal up here in the core, and they're basically going to walk through this core, and has no more hogs to deploy. They're all deployed in here, but there are very little giant bomb spots or double giant bomb spots in the base, so that allows him to use that Asian wall and lets all the hogs kind of clump up together. He will lose tons to spring traps, and that's the problem when you're deploying like that. When all the hogs get together, is they're going to start flying. The spring traps will be able to throw 3 hogs at a time, 6 springs, which means a maximum of 18 hogs can go flying. So hopefully you don't get that, but drops tons of wizards here for cleanup. We held all of them back basically since he used the clan castle poison, and that allows him to clean up this stuff really, really fast. Quite a bit of hogs left over as well, so they do trip that wizard, takes that giant bomb, and we are good with these 3 stars. Nice attack. Let's go down to number 20, and we are going to watch KBear take this one out with a GoVaLo and a quad quake, and it's an interesting composition, interesting base. I don't really see too many dead space bases for Town Hall 8, but gonna use a very heavy lure here to grab this clan castle and make sure that they get it out, and has to kill it the old-fashioned way, so it does grab the dragon and loon. Only see 1 Valkyrie here and 3 in the clan castle, so interesting composition for a GoVaLo or a GoVaLo. Usually you see 3 to 4 bring of your own Valkyries and 3 in the clan castle for either 7 or 8. But on this one, doesn't need a huge push through the core. You see there's a lot of compartments, and this quad quake will open a lot of it up, but still will only open up about 35–40% of the base, not the whole thing. So it's going to have to use a lot more hogs to get that. So it drops the Valkyrie golems king after the funneling in there and the quad quake, and they start making their way through the core. But they're going to get stopped at some point, and at that point, that's where the hogs kick in, as they will be able to jump the walls. So it trips a giant bomb there, and uses 2 heals, or brings 2 heals, and starts trickling these hogs because almost all of that defense is focused on the kill squad, which is great. Only a couple of them are focused on the hogs. We'll use that first heal for the hogs there, and start working the hogs around the base. Still has quite a bit of hogs to deploy in a surgical fashion, which just means dropping 3–4 hogs in at a time and not all of them, and finally uses that last heal for this giant bomb potential spot and all the other defense. And now the kill squad has to pound through the walls, whereas the hogs can just jump over with the greatest of ease. So right now there's still a few Valkyries up, at like 2 or 3 Valkyries, and tons of hogs. Drops those barbarians in the corners, which is great for those builder huts. It's not going to stop him on time, and has the wizards to do cleanup on the left-hand side. So very, very nice attack from KBear. Nicely done. And a good different composition of only 4 Valkyries, understanding that the majority of your damage is going to come from those 24 hogs. All right, let's check out a Draglune from 2D. And why do we use a Draglune here? Well, anytime you see the air defenses quite on the outskirts of the base, where there's only one or two defenses that are blocking that air defense for loons or hogs, uses the Zap Quake to take out that first air defense. And again, why do we take out that first air defense? Well, why do we take out that air defense instead of taking out the top or the bottom right? Well, the bottom right or the bottom left is the correct answer because of this sweeper right here. The sweeper is pointed down. So that means that anytime you're sending your dragons in, you want them to focus on the air defenses that are not in the sweeper's range so that they can get through, as well as the balloons too. So that's the choice there, and that's a good choice. Starts the funneling in from the dragon, sends the king in there to start also funneling and killing some trash buildings, make those dragons all go towards the core. They do want to go towards that air defense and take it out. The only thing I've seen the problem with this particular attack is wait too long to deploy the balloons. Brings 4 balloons of his own, and as soon as that air defense, or those dragons get in that air defense range, go ahead and drop it and like get those balloons down, maybe even a little preemptive right before they start to get it. Same thing with these balloons on the bottom here. Dragons are pushing through the base with the help of those loons. And you know those air defenses are already targeting dragons, and look, 2 of them go down already, and it's targeting the third. Uses that haste just to push those loons through. They don't even make it to the AD. The dragons do the work, and they just move on to the other defenses. So definitely get those loons in a lot quicker as soon as you see the dragons approaching that, and you can do that when you scout a base. See at what point the dragon's going to kill the buildings right before the air defense and get in its range, and before, as they're finishing off one of those buildings, or just about halfway through with one of the buildings before they get in the air defense range, go ahead and drop them. Drop those loons and get them in there, because those dragons will start tanking for them with the air defense, and they'll be able to get in there and take care of it. So that last builder hut in there, semi-nuisance, but not a problem to get that down and get those 3 stars. So very nicely done. And we haven't seen a mass hog yet, so 3 for BJ gets 6 star here. 6 star in this clan war. So again, a heavy investment of hogs to go ahead and get that clan castle. And that also, that would allow him to anchor on there if he needed to, which he does actually, which is a great thing if you're using a quad quake, which he's not bringing here. He's bringing a, just poisons, and no reason to get in there. But if you're using a quad quake, you can do that, and that allows you to anchor with your archer that would be in the range of a point defense, and takes that out. So we're going to go ahead and send in a 2-finger drop here. Quick heal for these, this point defense of the Tesla and a couple splash damage buildings. And it's going to start trickling in these hogs. He sends the king in there to start tanking for them. And notice just, again, some lower king level here. So you can do it with any level. Uses that second heal and drops one of those poisons for to slow the king down, and for those skelly traps, which is great. If you slow a king down like that, they will significantly reduce the amount of hogs that they can kill and hit down. So he uses that last poison again to slow down the king and to kill those skelly traps. Doesn't get the skelly traps in it, but that's fine. And we'll go ahead and not send the rest of the hogs. We'll let the rest of the hogs go around the space, as there's no more spells, nothing else to keep these hogs alive except the time. So some more go flying. They will go ahead and trigger a giant bomb, and they'll lose that battle against the king. And that wizard will do some damage while that king is confused, doesn't know what's going on, but something's hitting it, but don't know why it decides not to attack. Those wizards will do the same thing now, decide not to attack the king and go after the storage, but the friendly king will go ahead and one-on-one with him, and those wizards finally decide to attack the king, and we're done here. And they're going to go through cleanup. So very, very nice attack, and way to mass hog. Just a little unfortunate that those hogs got it in the end by that king. So that king is banging away to get that builder hut, finally does, and this raid is over. All right, last one. Let's go ahead and check out number 24. I'm going to check out Irish hitting this with a GoVaLo with a quad quake and 2 heals. Brings the normal or the standard amount of Valkyries of 3 of his own and 4 or 3 in the clan castle. So either 6 or 7 is pretty standard. And sends the Hog in there to go ahead and trip that clan castle and take out that point defense as well. Also pops a Tesla, so pretty nice trade-off there. And doesn't have a poison, so we'll have to go ahead and anchor on that builder hut in the corner. Uses the quad quake while nobody's doing anything, and decides to do a no lure. So don't really understand why he anchored in the corner there, but that's fine. Just drop those golems in there and get them in quicker. I mean, it just speeds up the raid just so you don't run out of time at all, if you're choosing not to kill them with wizards and barbarians. So, you know, that's fine. Brings 2 heals. I think we're going to heal in the core here for a mass amount of Valkyries. Why would you heal Valkyries in the core instead of saving them for your Hogs? It really depends on how far you want to push your kill squad. If you notice the difference between this and the other one, this base is much more open than that previous GoVaLo that we showed. This kill squad is going to make it pretty far and trip a lot of the giant bombs in there. That golem will go ahead and take out his wizards. What a nice guy. And they'll start making their way. The Valkyries have just tripped that last giant bomb, I believe. And these Hogs still have 1 more heal if they need it. But yeah, they can heal the Valkyries up in that core there to make them push through the base and get rid of those giant bombs. Remember, giant bombs and double giant bomb sets are the factor or killer of Hog raids. Without giant bombs, or when they're taken out of the equation, Hogs can usually make their way most of the base, especially with the kill squad tanking, without any heals. It's just if they're going to have to step through those giant bomb spots. That's the big deal. That golem is tanking for the Hogs. Finally goes down, and they shift to the Hogs, but that's too late, and the Hogs will go ahead and take care of that. And now we're in cleanup mode. There are a few Valkyries banging the wall, banging those buildings on the bottom. Those Hogs are on top. Very, very nice split, which lets this go through. And very, very nice raid. So, great war by all the Town Hall 8s. I will start to compile some different style of attacks, like how-to guides, like everybody was asking for. You know, difference between GoVaHos, GoVaLos, Go Wipes, things like that. And, you know, we'll start putting out these things for the Town Hall 8s, especially since the meta has changed and since that new Town Hall 11 update. You know, videos that were done 6 months ago, 8 months ago, a year ago, while still a lot of the base core is valid, you know, things have changed to make it a little bit easier and a little bit different. Compositions and spells are different for that. So we'll start to put out some newer guides like that, and you know, we'll keep going with this. So hopefully you were able to take these army compositions, this deployment, and you know, go ahead and get those 6-star clan wars and practice those 3-star attacks.